Olu, I want to ask you, I feel like a big trend with football players, especially at a school like Penn State, you come in a boy in a lot of ways, and then on the way out, especially if you spent some significant time, you leave a man. There's a lot of lessons in those few years you're in a college football program. So I'll ask you, if you could point to one or two things that you learned and that forced you to grow into the man that you are today while at Penn State, what would those things be?
I would definitely say that at least like the biggest like lesson that I learned, and this happened like my first ever spring ball, my freshman year going into my sophomore year, was definitely to find your why. And I know it's like super cliche, everyone says it, but that's something that really resonates with me. I remember that first spring ball was, really tough. It was like a really rough time during my life. I wasn't doing well mentally, physically, emotionally, and I wasn't really taking care of business on the field. And because during that time it was COVID, my class was put in the Greenberg locker rooms. So
the Greenberg Goblins.
Yeah, the Greenberg Goblins.
What are the Greenberg locker rooms? What is that?
You don't even know.
Yeah, you don't even know. You don't want to know.
No, you don't. That's a blessing.
Science labs.
Yeah.
They're connected to the university, like apart from the Morgan Academic Center. They had like science labs up there that they used to do stuff in. And they had it for COVID, like spacing wise, they had us in the science labs. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but during that time, again, like I just wasn't doing well, mentally. And at that time, I started to lose motivation to like really go out and get better every single day. And, it was really because of that time in the locker rooms, with, all my guys, we all brought each other up. It was a tough time with spring ball and COVID all going on at the same time. And again, we just used that time to really embrace each other, lift each other up, make each other laugh. And it was at that time when I really understood that, the guys in that room and alongside with the rest of the team, they were part of my why. These are guys that I'm going to war with every day. We all go through the same struggles. So I feel like I'd be doing them a disservice if I didn't go out every day and, try to get them better along with myself. Then also another why for me was my parents, because, during that time, I didn't tell them that I wasn't doing that well, emotionally and mentally, but, they could just tell. Obviously I'm their son, like they could tell by the sound of my voice if I'm not doing well or not. And they were, during that aspect of my life, they were really important to me, in terms of just, keeping my spirits up, checking up on me on the daily. And, at that point, I realized that, again, like they're part of my why. My parents, came from a different country, born and raised in Nigeria, moved over here, gave up so many different things to give my sister and I a better life. So, same thing with my teammates. I felt that I'd be doing them a disservice if I didn't go out every day and, give it my all.
Yeah. And to add on a little bit to what you were asking him, man, I think the biggest thing that I've seen in Olu is, we kind of had this conversation a little bit, was like understanding the difference between discipline and motivation. And he alluded to it a little bit before, like lack of motivation and stuff like that. And I think we all had that realization when we were talking about it. It's like, it has to get done either way. Like no matter who's there, someone's gonna have to get the job done. Why not it be us? So understanding that, like key fundamental difference is you're not gonna be motivated to do things. You're not gonna want to do most of the things that we have to do, but you have to do it. And understanding that you have to do it and it's not gonna change and nobody else gonna do it, no one's gonna come help you or save you. Change a lot of our philosophies on how we attack football.
For sure.
What's up, everybody? If you are a college football fan like me, if you know a college football fan that's in your life, you need to go cop this shirt. New designs dropping all the time. It's the perfect gift with the holiday season coming around. If you don't have this thing, you're missing out. Great material, great fabric. I wear it all the time. Go get yours today.
Discipline will take you places that motivation can't go.